Hello everybody, welcome back to the Mover Mailbag. Today we're going to take a look at some of your emails and questions and stuff that you sent me. I haven't gotten a chance to go to the post office this week, so if you sent me something, just be patient. I'll do it on a later mailbag. I'm kind of filming this one early because I'll be out of town. So let's get straight to your questions. Before we get started though, quick book update. No Justice, No Justice. The next Alex Shepard book will be available for pre-order soon, so just stay tuned for that announcement. I'll do a video on it. But it's in the final stages of editing, got a book cover, looks awesome. So expect like a mid-July release, pre-order available pretty soon. Here is a question from JG. John, I am a new subscriber and I really enjoy your channel, everything from your flying activities to your books. I've been involved in aviation for many years, starting as a maintainer in the Air Force, working on F-4Es in the 1970s and ending my career in 2002 working on the KC-135 in the Tennessee Air National Guard. I also hold a commercial pilot certificate with a CFI rating, and I'm an aspiring author of sci-fi short stories. So you really impressed me with all your accomplishments. I also greatly enjoy your video on 5 items to help you succeed. I have some questions about your Air Force Reserve flying. What are the rumors about a replacement for the adversary T-38s when the Air Force finally retires them in the near future? There are no rumors. For the reserve side, we're not going to stay in the T-38 mission as far as I know. So I don't know what active duty is going to do. No idea. I think they're probably going towards more of a contractor model with ATAC and Draken and all the other civilian private contractors. So I don't think that they're going to stick around. Any chance you get to the new trainer, the Boeing T-7 or F-16s? Nope. I think there's 0% chance of that. Navy uses F-16s for adversary training. True, and I think they're getting more down at Lemoore. Also, what is your opinion of the Air Force contracting out the adversary training to private companies such as Air USA, Draken, etc.? It may save some money, but I think it ignores the fact that pilots flying the adversary aircraft are still military and benefit from the experience and can pass that knowledge and experience on to other pilots when they rotate out and back into the squadrons. Yeah, I mean, I think you'll still have a centralized Red Air, you know, like the 64th and the aggressors at Nellis that will then, you know, distribute tactics and all the stuff that you're talking about. But the civilian side and the contractors are just force multipliers. I mean, it's cheaper for the Air Force to do that, and you know, it gives you more options and have more dedicated Red Air. Instead of burning our own jets on adversary air, we can, you know, use contractor aircraft, and they're upgrade them to very high standards. So I don't have a problem with that at all. All right, this next one comes from Jay. Hey Mover, first of all, love the content. Please keep doing what you're doing. You've shown me that being a fighter pilot is really an attainable career. Now to my questions. 1, does the aircraft you fly affect your pay? For instance, heavies versus fighters or fighter specific, F-22 versus F-16? Nope, you get paid in the military based on your rank and years of service. And if you're enlisted, you get a little bit more as an O1 through O3E. But nope, you don't. It doesn't matter. Pay is the same. Does the amount you fly affect your pay? Is it hourly? Nope, based on your rank. Are you paid more while you're deployed versus when you're stateside training? Yes, because you get hazardous duty pay for being deployed, and you get it's tax-free while you're deployed. So you do get paid a little bit more while you're deployed. You also get paid more when you go TDY. You get per diem. Thank you for being you and keep up the great work. Hope the dogs are doing well, Jay. Thank you, Jay. It's a good question. Next one comes from Dean. Hello, Mover. Will you do a video on the UFO information that gets released? I'm wondering if these objects could be some kind of atmospheric effect created by high-speed aircraft. Is it possible that the aircraft are creating knots in the air that reflect IR and radar? Submarines can create knots in the ocean or reflect sonar, so I wonder in the air compressed around the jets to form the same effect in the air. Great videos. Thank you, Dean. I'm not sighing at you. I'm just, every time I do anything about these conspiracy videos, like the UFO one where I broke down the FLIR videos, the flat earth and the chemtrails, it just brings out the nut jobs. It's very frustrating because people go to these videos, like I like to be very fact-based, you know, very objective, just observe what I see, and people are looking for confirmation bias. They don't really care what I say, they just want me to say what they think. And so when you don't, you get a lot of pretty hateful comments and emails and people trying to convince you and stuff like that. So, and then even TV shows have wanted me to be. I don't want to be the UFO guy. Like I don't. But maybe we'll take a look at it. I don't know. I'm not promising anything, but just there's controversial topics like that, man. But thanks for the email. Appreciate you watching. All right, this comes from Paul. Question on ejection. Hi, Mover. Been a fan of your videos for a while now, but have a question I couldn't find a definite answer to. I just watched another video where, according to the caption, a pilot accidentally ejects from his plane while on the ground. I was wondering if the ejection sequence is initiated as the plane shut down as part of it. If not, then what would happen in the case where you have a running plane with no one in control? Yeah, it just stays running until somebody shuts it down. There's no interlink. The seat is the seat. It won't shut anything down. Some jets might be different, like newer stuff, but nothing I've ever flown. Like in fact, there have been cases where guys have ejected and the jet kept flying and actually buzzed the dude on the ground just by accident. That's an embarrassing thing. You don't want to be that guy. But yeah, no, there's nothing stopping it. So some fire guy will have to chalk it and get in and shut it down. All right, this comes from Wyatt. Good evening, Mover. Sir, I wanted to reach out and show the impact that you had on me and my career. My first semester in college, I was a biochemistry major, and it was apparent to me after a couple months that it was not for me. Around late October, early November 2018, I came across that one infographics YouTube video on what it takes to be a fighter pilot. Almost immediately after, I came across your reaction video, which introduced me to your content. Because of you and what you preach would make them tell you no mantra, I decided to bet on myself and make my dream a reality. I enrolled myself in AFROTC in my university and proved to myself that I had what it takes to be successful. After 2.5 years of pushing myself and getting myself into high-vis leadership positions, taking on a heavy workload, and helping my wingmen around me, I found out this week that I've been picked up for a CISO slot. I will officially be an Air Force aviator. My dream of flying is starting to feel like reality. I credit your content and your mantra to starting my adventure in AFROTC, and I just wanted to let you know, thank you very much, Wyatt. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. Good on you. That's all this is about. This is what we're talking about. You just have to believe in yourself, and you have to not tell yourself no, and you'll do great things. So congratulations. I wish you success in your training, and I hope everything goes well. You get the aircraft you want out of training, and keep doing that. So awesome stuff. Good job. All right, this last question comes from T. Hi, Mover. You often call out how Hollywood loves to show fighters in Fingertip, even though it's usually unnecessary at best. I have a few questions about this. When does it make sense to fly Fingertip in the weather, or for an air show, or a flyby? But weather, usually weather. That's usually the only time. When you especially on a modern fighter, you're in the weather, you've got a 4-ship or at least a 2-ship, and you don't want to string out in a radar trail, which is 1 to 2 miles behind each other. So you want to stay close, or aircraft with no radar, or the radar's broken, or sensors are broken, or whatever. Are there fuel or aerodynamic benefits of flying off a lead's wing? That formation seems to work for geese and bicyclists now. In fact, you burn more gas because throttle management, the wingman's working more on the throttle to stay in position. Is it just me, or does it seem like that kind of tight, slightly offset formation was the norm in World War II flying, especially large-scale bomber formations? Yes, World War II was different. We didn't have long-range missiles. You had to get, I was reading a book the other day, they were talking about getting within like 75 yards of the target before they would gun them. We don't do that. We start gunning well outside of that range, and we shoot missiles. So yeah, when you're guns only, and you're shooting 50 cals, and you've got a very short range, and it's all visual pickups and stuff, yeah, sure. But for tactical stuff, if you're close together, you're just one big target, and you can't maneuver and do what you need to do, because we're working radars and sensors and stuff like that, not just looking outside. Finally, can you talk specifically about how you execute a fingertip formation from the wingman's perspective? What are your visual cues? How much concentration does it take? Is it exhausting? Can you still do other tasks? It depends on the aircraft. You'll have visual references, like you'll look down the wing line, you'll line up burner cans, you'll stack, level. It depends on what aircraft. Every aircraft's different. How much concentration does it take? All of it. You get good at it, but it takes all of your concentration to be in fingertip. Switching radios, radio frequencies and stuff, it's about all you can do. you really don't have the brain bites or the ability to do anything else. And that's why it's such a terrible formation for tactics, because you don't have time. You can't look inside because you're looking at staying in position. So that's fingertip, not root, but fingertip, where you're, a couple foot wingtip spacing. Thanks for the question. All right, so that'll do it for today's Mover Mailbag. If you want to send me something, movermailbag@cwlemoyne.com or mail, P.O. Box 8594, Manaville, Louisiana, 70470. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have been enjoying the helicopter vlogs. I did the Harrison County one. I've been doing a lot of helicopter flying lately, so that's kind of what's next on the channel. Did the helicopter vlog for the Harrison County formation ride, and then I went and flew a Bell 505, which will be actually on Monday. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thanks for watching. See you next time.